Welcome, welcome you guys to my podcast, first podcast video. Welcome. Mm, Grab some water. Um, grab some water. Grab grab a little snack or something, and just welcome to my podcast. Yeah, it feels great. It feels amazing. So today we're just going to talk about what my goals are for this podcast. I got a pencil too. I'm gonna write them down. Goals for the podcast. Um, goals for podcast. Anyways, welcome to the podcast. You know, some of my goals. First off, my name is Bob. My name is Bob. Welcome to my podcast. First, some goals for the podcast. One, I to want people of different professions, professions. You know, because I want people of all types of the world. I want people to really, come on and, talk about their life. I want them to talk about what they have going on, talk about their different skills they may offer, and I just really want to just explore different variety of people. That's a variety of people. I like talking to different people. From all different spectrums. So that's number one. That's our first goal for this podcast. Different professions. Number two, another goal for this podcast. Another goal for this podcast. We're gonna. Do I care about our? Yeah, we care about our listener base. We care about them. What should a goal be a limit? Should we like we want 5,000 subscribers on this channel? Well, if it's my podcast, it's my podcast. I don't care to be. We want 100K subs. 100K subs in a month. 100K subs in a month. It's doable. We want 100K subs in a month. We want this amount of subs so that we have a good viewer base. That way we will, have enough people. That way it would attract people to come to the podcast at different professions, to come talk about their life, to come talk to me and just, just vibe. We're vibing. Number three, goal for podcast is to vibe. We're vibing. We have to vibe. If we don't vibe, then we're colliding. That doesn't work. We need to vibe. So this podcast is about vibing. It's about flowing. You know. Number four, gold for podcasts. We're talking about a big goal. We want for podcasts. We want viewer feedback. I want viewer feedback. I want to know what my viewers are thinking. I want to understand. We want live viewer feedback. Possible live viewer feedback. Possible live viewer feedback. I don't know if I want to. I'm not gonna stream. I don't care about that. Just I don't. That's a whole nother. But in the we will stream it. We will stream live podcast. We will do that because we're not even. We will definitely do live podcast for sure. But I don't really care for it now. Now it's not really that big of a. So what else goes for podcasts? Um, we're probably gonna incorporate music. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna spice it up. But this is just the first one. We're just starting. So yeah, I keep looking. The camera's right there. I need to look at the camera's right there. But yeah, we're just starting. So that's really it, though. Now I'm gonna really describe to you guys. I'm gonna close my book and describe to you guys what the podcast is. Welcome to my podcast. I don't have a name yet. Well, as this video was dropped, I did not have a name for the podcast. It was just me, Bob. I'm here. But once this, it's just the first video. This is the first video, then we definitely have a name now. But um, welcome. You know, um, I really just created this because I'm excited. Look at me smiling. I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, it's just it's a new beginning, and it's I can't wait to have guests. I can't wait to have guests. My first guest, once I have my first guest on the podcast, it'll be amazing. So, but yeah, I can't wait to have guests. We will have guests via Zoom, or these first sessions are not recorded live, so they don't. So we're gonna be able to do the Zoom in the background. We're just post a video, But eventually we'll do live podcasts as well. We'll have live sessions. But I'm just excited. I'm excited for what's to come, man. I'm excited for everything. I'm really excited. Like I really am. You know, I hope that bro. I'm really excited. Like I keep saying it because it's true. Like we're gonna have guests. I want to just I am a very I like to conversate. You know, when this conversation is good. When the conversation is good, I can conversate. When I'm very intrigued about something, and it's easily become for me to become intrigued about anything. So when I'm intrigued about something, I conversate on it. I can call it conversation. So I would talk to anybody. Talk to anybody of any profession, anybody of any background, anybody of anything. And just learn. Like you know, there's really no baseline as to who. This is more of a guest. As you can tell, this is more of a guest type podcast. That's what I'm aiming towards. That's what it's going to be. I don't really, I'm going to have these single sections as well, but I really wanted to be more of a guest type podcast where I have guests. I want guests. I want, I want guests, like I said. But yeah, so um, today, today's podcast, we don't have a time limit. So it's 12:22, 12:22 right now. We don't have a time limit. This is a podcast. We can go for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. There's no time limit. So that being said, today, first topic we will talk about, it's off the top of my head. We'll talk about hmm, drawing a blank. Drawing a blank. I make YouTube videos all the time, picking a topic off the top of my head. But I'm really drawing a blank. Maybe because it's not my. This podcast is not for me. I make YouTube videos where I yap, where I talk. This podcast is not really for me. It's really for the guests. It's really for the one-on-ones I have. It's really for the it's really for the connection I make with the other individual. That's guest star. That's co. It's not really for me to yap about certain topics because I make YouTube videos for that. But I could, yeah, I am gonna yap on these podcasts as well. It is my podcast, of course. But via Zoom, any way I can get a guest on here via Discord, just to really learn, just to really tap into different, areas of life, different aspects, different people, different cultures, different anything. I'm open to everything. I'm very intrigued about every topic. For instance, today I visited an art gallery. First time ever visited an art gallery. It was amazing. Like, I saw the painting. When I first walked in, I saw the painting. What drew me in was the texture. The painting, it actually had texture. Like it wasn't just a screen. It wasn't just a flat surface. It had texture, like a painting texture. That drew me in. And then the picture itself, it wasn't definite. It was almost make your own meaning of it. It wasn't a definite picture. It wasn't just, oh, that's a plane. No, it's a sort of dysmorphed plane, a sort of distorted plane that could be a helicopter, or a plane. It's like a little blurry depending on which way you look at it. It was really intriguing to me. This is the first painting I saw when I walked there. I met the lady. I get intrigued about anything. I met the lady, and she was really nice. It was she owned the she actually owned the what's it so she actually owned the where they display pictures and paintings. What's the name of it? just the gallery. She owned the gallery. She actually owned the gallery. The lady owned the gallery, and she said she's been doing it for a while. She was an artist. She was painting something herself when I walked in, and it was just such an amazing experience. Like, I met her. She was very nice, very down to earth. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back soon, because she gets paintings. They're local paintings, and artists, just they give her the painting, and she displays it on her canvas on her walls, you know. Because I guess I don't know if she owns a store now. She owns a space, but it's a gallery. And yeah, it's just it was amazing. It was an amazing experience, So that's an example of how I can get intrigued really quick, So having a conversation would be easy. But also another example, I also visited a candy store today. It was a Peterbrook, something like that. I think it was named Peterbrook. I've I I've been to a Peterbrook before where they make chocolate in front of you, but never a store like this. They had all types of chocolate. They had chocolate covered oranges. And it's not really the chocolate that's different. It's the filling. You could put anything and cover the chocolate. You can put anything and that's filled. You could fill chocolate with anything, So you got chocolate marshmallows. You got peach, mushrooms, whatever you can think of. It's the chocolate is filled with it. It's like, have you ever been to a Peterbrook and looked at their display of chocolate? You could buy chocolate by the half pound assortment of chocolate. It's like, it was really great. And I taught them they make their chocolate there too. They make it in store. They make the chocolate in store, aside from the sugar free, because they don't make sugar free in store. But other than that, they make it in store. And this, bro, it was a dude that walked in. It was a dude that walked in, and he said, "Do y'all have any gifts? Any assortments that are gifts?" I was like, "Well, I didn't say." I was thought to myself like, "A gift? Like you'll buy chocolate as a gift for Christmas or something?" And yeah, they had pointed right to it. It was like an assortment of chocolates for Christmas for his friend. He said it was for his friend, his very dearest friend, and he got it for him. And it was just so quick. He pointed at what he wanted. It was a gift for it. He said he wanted a gift. He didn't even know what he came in for a gift. He came to a Peterbrook for a Christmas gift. Okay. And she pointed them to him. He $33, swiped the card, walked out within 3 minutes. And I was like, wow, that was the quickest gift choosing ever. Like it takes me a while to pick a gift. Like it takes me, you know. But okay, you get chocolate for your friend for Christmas. I might do that. I might take your offer on it. But yes, that's also how I get intrigued. Like I was intrigued by that. That was really intriguing me. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. Um. So I know that I'm talking about. I know we're gonna have guests on it, but once we're gonna have some amazing conversations. Okay, we're gonna have amazing conversations. Um, we're gonna really um gonna have amazing conversations. We're gonna heal each other. We're gonna really develop. It's gonna be more than just a talk, more than just a podcast, bro. It's a conversation between two people. We're gonna really learn. Really, and I don't know, but maybe I'm overanalyzing. I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be a fantastic time, and I'm excited for what this podcast has to offer. What this podcast has to come. Um, so one other thing, I think I might put a paywall behind onto my poems. Really start grinding poems out because I can write. Really start writing poems like consistently daily and put a paywall up. I think that's what I do. If I write 5 poems a day and I just put one out on Instagram, I can put a paywall up. Boom. I can put a paywall up. Even 3 a day, but 5 a day is doable. 5 a day sounds great. But 3 a day. That's a goal. 5 poems a day and paywall 4 of them. That's a goal. Gotta start writing my goals, guys. Cause I never wrote goals before, but that's a goal. 5 poems a day and paywall 4 of them. 5 poems a day, paywall 4. Bam. Throw 4 of them behind the paywall, and the 5th one use that for promotion. Yeah. But yeah, man. You know, we're finna start. We're really gonna be working on goals. That's working on my goals. Hit the goals, and hit more goals. Hit the goals, hit more goals. Hit the goals, to more goals. But yeah, um, a podcast. This is a podcast, but really my podcast, like, it's really not just me talking. It's really based on the going back and forth between two people. Which is why I might be drawing blanks, which is why I might not consistently talk. I might be drawing blanks because it's really supposed to be going back and forth, back and forth. But anyways, I am going to release episodes of me talking individually as well. But this is not really my thing though. Like, if I'm going to be talking like this, I would rather be streaming. Or if I want to talk like this, I would rather just pick up a camera and just upload it to my channel. But this is cool though. This is definitely it's a start. We have to have a start. We have to start somewhere. So yeah. I don't really have any topics, but I do have a phone that has topics, so we will pick that from my phone and we'll get to yapping. Um mm, Topic. Luck. Let's talk about luck. Let's talk about luck, guys. Okay. Let's talk about luck, man. Do you believe in luck? Do you believe in luck? Do I believe in luck? I don't believe in luck. I would never say I'm lucky because every situation I've already pre-planned to an extent. Like, let's say I lost a dog. Let's say I was babysitting a dog sitting a dog, and I lost it. Like, I went to let it go use the bathroom, and it started running from me. And I chased it, but it was just too fast, and it got away from me. The dog got away from me, and it got away from me for about 6 hours. So, lost the dog. But I pre-planned in my head already. Either the dog was really gone, or he's gonna come back. But I never really was sad. I never really was big mad about it. And even at that night, after them 6 hours, the dog still didn't come back. But in the morning, if I pre-planned that the dog would come back, or it wouldn't be that bad, if I pre-planned that all is well, then I bet you all was well. Cause that dog came back with bushes and leaves on him and stuff. I don't know where he was. We looked for him, but he came back. And I don't call that luck. Not if I pre-planned it. Not if I already knew that I was everything I touched turned to gold. Not if I already knew that I was in that type timing. I don't think that's luck. I don't think it's luck. I don't think I would put that on luck. I don't think I would call it luck. But you call it what you want. I'm not here to judge, bro. That's another thing. That's a goal on this podcast. That is a goal on this podcast. Because even if I am judgmental, this podcast is non-judgmental. Even if I am as a person judgmental, this podcast is non-judgmental. Even if I am as a person judgmental, this podcast is non-judgmental. I stand behind that because there's no way I'm going to judge anybody. I stand behind that. This podcast is non-judgmental. No, we're not judging anybody. We allow any. We want all to pull up, come talk with us. Different professions, a variety of people, 100K subs in a month. Vibe. We are a vibe. We vibing. We want viewer feedback. We will eventually have a live podcast. Eventually, and it's real soon. Real soon we have a live podcast. But for now, we're gonna do. What's it called when it's not live? Not live. And number 6, we're non-judgmental over here. We don't judge. We don't criticize. We embrace. We love. We bring in and we allow to grow. 7, allow. No. Allow self promo. We will have a fan base. Allow self promo. I don't care. My fans, my supporters, this podcast fans, this podcast supporters, this podcast feedbackers, this podcast is watchers, this podcast is watchers who don't comment, who don't do anything, but they're there. We will support. We will support. You know what I'm saying? So we allow self promote. Allow self promote for sure. We don't care. It's not really me. One thing I need to one thing we will all realize is that a YouTube channel a YouTube channel fan base, viewer base is not, they're individuals. They're not a part of the group. They're just individuals who are subbed. Individuals who happen to watch, individuals happen to be a part of they're not a part of, they don't identify with you. Your subs don't identify with you. Write that down. Your subs don't identify with you. Write that down. Another thing. We're getting monetized on YouTube. I want getting deposits via. We want a part-time job shadowing. Yep. Shadowing. We want a part-time job shadowing. I want to shadow different professions. I want to shadow things I might like. Shadow a career I might want, or not even a career. Just shadow something I may like in the moment. So yeah. Part-time job shadowing, that is it. And then we want we want subscriptions. Well, I got subscriptions for poem drops. And I wrote um um 5 poems a day. Put 4 on the paywall. Also, I play the piano. I do play the piano. I love the piano. It's amazing. It's in the moment. It's fire. It's fire. I just want to. I don't really care for learning, and that's a thing, bro. Because if I learn how to read music, if I put effort behind it, like I put effort behind learning how to play freestyle, I would be. I could progress more. I could break the barrier. And I am learning. I just learned how to do. Um, just learn how to properly do chords. Well, you take your first finger, put on anything, and then you go 7 notes ahead, and then you go right in the middle, and then you either put the middle either on 3 or 4, and you can change from a major to a minor. I never knew that until I watched the vid. Now I know that. Now I'm gonna take that, and then once you put the middle finger on 3 or 4, then you count 7 from the middle finger, whichever one, and then you make a whole nother chord. Then you can play all of them together, or you can play them individually, and they all sound good. I never knew that till now. But yeah, yes, man. We need a name for this podcast. A name. I don't want to. I don't want to put Bob on this because I don't want to stick behind that. That's not gonna be the stick. I don't want that to be that. It could be Talks with Bob. Yeah, Talks with Bob. Is that it? Talks with Bob. That may be it. That might be the podcast name, guys. Talks with Bob. Mm. Thinking, I want to do podcasts in person. I would need a studio, my personal studio. I don't want to. I'm not gonna pay nobody for no studio. I'm gonna make me a studio. Make me a studio. Hmm. Yeah. Also, I need a second job getting deposits daily via purchase. Second job getting deposits daily via purchase. What does that mean? Second job getting deposits daily via purchase. Somebody's purchasing something daily and giving me deposits. What are they purchasing daily? A course? Course? Purchasing a course? So make a course and paywall it? Promote it? Make a course. Purchasing a course. Make a course on how to get better at piano. Course. This is the podcast though, guys. This is not really the podcast though. I'm not gonna lie. Podcast was already said as guest, but I am gonna have. Ooh, I can play music. No, I can't. This is YouTube. Okay, I'm just. This is my first. Like one thing I do. One thing I do a lot is I think about everything I'm not doing that I could be doing. So then I sort of stumble and trip on my words and just start over stimulating, you know. But I can just slow down, just take a breath. That felt good. Just take a breath. I'm more calmer now. Yeah. I could just slow down, take a breath, calm down. Like I get hyper a lot, and it can translate to me talking in a mic hyper. Yeah. What was I saying now? Oh, I said, um, yeah, I was saying this podcast, like I can put music behind it because I know that it can get in times of no talking, it can feel like silence. So I can just put some instrumental music behind. You know, which I'm gonna do now. I'm do it now. But just some light instrumental music, just some light stuff. You know, nothing too loud. Just something that's just there. You know, gonna do non-copyright instrumental. Yeah. Also, I was saying that this podcast is not going to be as like it's not gonna be like this. You know, it's not gonna be like this all the time because it's more of a guest oriented podcast. You know what I was saying as well. So make sure this isn't loud because we're just gonna have it's gonna be there. Music's gonna be in the back. There we go. Bam. Now that shouldn't be too loud. I don't think. There, but it's not there. But yeah, we're gonna have next year we're gonna have this gonna be more of a guest type podcast. So, but also I'm not gonna limit myself because I do want to yap sometimes. So I will have just podcast sessions where it's just me. But also I can schedule out the podcast sessions where sometimes I have guests and it's just me yapping in the beginning. Like it's my podcast. Do what you want to do. Like you don't limit yourself to nothing. So yeah. Welcome though. Yeah, we want to come on with topics. gonna come up with topics. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching, though, man. This is new for me, new for you. Um, viewers, viewers, if you want to be a guest, I don't care what you do. If you just want to be a guest, come on and chill. Come chill on the podcast. Hit up my. I don't have anything to hit up right now. I will make an Instagram for this podcast. I'll make an Instagram for this podcast. So by the time this video is dropped, the Instagram will be in the description. Hit up the Instagram, DM the Instagram for sure, and I will we will set it up. Like I said, we could do Zoom. We can even do Instagram. We can even call off Instagram. That's cool too. But I ain't gonna lie. The problem with that is mics. So we might have terrible mics, and we don't really. We want to have quality mics, but we'll work it out. But yeah, hit up the Instagram that's in the description, and yeah, we'll set up a podcast, guest podcast. But I already have some ideas of who I'm going to get on the podcast because I do have a couple people in mind who would, you know what I'm saying, already do a Zoom podcast. So one thing I'm worried about, not worried about, one thing I want to make sure is that the music is loud enough, the background. Maybe it don't need to be loud anyway, but as long as you can hear it. But yeah, I might end this video, I might end this podcast right now, because like I said, this is not really my thing, guys. Like talking, and I'm not live either. I'm just talking to myself through the podcast mic. Like it's new to me. It's very new. Because if I'm talking to a camera. I talk to my camera and I post that. But just talking to this, and it's not a reaction, it's like it's new to me. But we'll warm up to it very quick. Thanks for watching. If you have a great day, have a great tomorrow, have a great week, have a great year. One thing I want to say though is do it. And Nike says just do it. Nobody listens. Just do exactly what you want to do. I said I wanted to start a podcast. I didn't know it was this easy, bro. I did not know. I honestly did not know that I had all the tools to start one. And it was a mental thing. It is a mental thing. It's still a mental thing. Because I got all these goals that are going to get done. I got all these goals. 10K got all these goals that I'm going to get done. So, do it for my dog Rochi. Yeah. But I'm not even going to end this yet. I lied. I'm not going to end this yet because I'm chilling. We're vibing. Like, we're going to vibe without talking as well, guys. So we're going to vibe without talking as well. We're not just going to yap the whole time. Especially if I'm doing single. We definitely got some time where I ain't talking because I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Music fire too. Just upload this on my channel. On that channel. Should I just start a whole new one? Should I start a whole new channel? Doesn't matter what I do. record and record. So we could do live reaction on this podcast as well. But this is the podcast though. This is the podcast, but I don't always talk. Especially when I've been yapping for 20 minutes. Yes. This is why videos are perfect. Because you can talk for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, a little break, then talk again. Or you can make 5 in a succession, then be done. This, like I said, this is all new to me. I've never did this before, guys. So it's new to me. So forgive me if I have bad podcast etiquette. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry either. You can turn off the video. But yeah. Just glad, just thankful for this opportunity. Thankful to be able to do this. Also, I need to focus on these goals. So these goals, man, they need to beat the goals in. You need to beat these goals in. You need to punch your goals. Get subscriptions. I need to make some poems. I gotta make some poems, man. It's time to make some poems. It's time to get in that grind. Make some poems. If I'm gonna put them behind the paywall, I gotta make some good poems. Mm-hmm. As far as making poems, ooh, okay. Now I can have poem sessions. I can have live poem sessions where I just create 5 poems and I post a live poem session. Just so many things. Or I could stream that. Streaming, I don't. I'll do it on a podcast. No, I don't do it on a podcast. Anyways, I'm procrastinating. I'm just thinking. Procrastinating. Third job, getting deposits weekly. Yeah, sure. Second job, getting deposits via purchase. Said courses, right? Courses. Gotta want it right away. Courses on what? I know a lot, but on what? Courses on what? Courses on. I don't even know if it's courses that I need to be doing because I don't care for teaching. I don't care for hand one-on-one teaching. With courses, they're just going my own pace. Of course, I just explain. This music is fire. Music is fire, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Stay busy. You're not busy right now, bro. Stay busy. Write a poem. We're gonna write a poem. Stay busy, bro. You're not busy right now, bro. Sure. Literally making the podcast. See? Oh my gosh. I can't do this podcast stuff, bro. It's not a podcast, bro. I'm just sitting in front of the camera at this point. I think we'll let you guys go though, because I think it's 40 minutes, going on 40. But yeah, like, let me know how it went. My first ever podcast. Let me know how it went, because that constant talking for 40 minutes and I'm by myself. That's what I'm saying. Hit the IG up. Hit the IG up, man. We need some guests. We're gonna get guests regardless. But if you want to be a guest, just be my guest. But yeah. Thanks for watching, man. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good existence. And do what you want. and do it now. Because I'm going to start doing it now. I'm doing it now. Doing a podcast. Have a good day. Have a good night. Good night. Goodbye.